Hello everyone and welcome back to another IGTV. This is a full transformation look and it is a Christmas party ready sort of look. So this is part of my own little challenge that I'm doing right now on Instagram, and I thought I would just go all out for the last theme. So this is just me transforming myself for a imaginary Christmas party. So first of all, I'm using the Be Bold illuminating primer and applying that all over my face. It gives the most gorgeous glow ever. And then using the shade Stromboli in the NARS Radiant Foundation, and I'm applying this all over my skin. The brushes I use in this tutorial are all from Enchant, and I can leave a link to those down below. Now using the Catrice concealer in the shade 036, and I'm applying this on all the high points of my face, underneath my eyes, and just sort of on the sides of my eyes. It just sort of creates like a snatched kind of look and just brings my eyes up a bit because they look very tired. But yeah, I use my foundation brush to just blend this out. Then I use a smaller concealer brush then to just blend out any smaller areas. I also decided to use all the products that I've been loving this year. So in the year of 2020, these are all the products that I have just fallen in love with, and I actually just love using them. So yeah, these are all the products that I just love and I always grab whenever I'm doing my makeup. So now I'm cream contouring my face with the MAC Studio stick in the shade NC50. This is the Studio Concealer stick, and I just think it blends out so seamlessly. Like, look at that. And this, I love to layer up my products just so that I'm not using a lot. So I like to go in with like cream blush and cream bronzer, cream highlighter. At least then when I go in with powder, I'm not using a lot, and then it just stops it from looking cakey or anything. So anyone that finds that their foundation or anything goes a bit dry or a bit cakey, try layering up your products. You're not using as much product then, and it just looks really seamless. And that is it all blended out. So now using the So this is the glow stick and this is the blush version. This came in a little set that I was gifted, and I just think it looks really good. It looks really natural on the skin, and it'd be gorgeous if you had no makeup on as well. And then I'm using the Flomar illuminator. This is the golden illuminator. I'll leave the shade down below, and I just applied that in the high points of my face. And now using the Laura Mercier translucent powder on the centre of my face. So I just set down my concealer so it doesn't crease. So I'm just applying it underneath my eyes, on my forehead, on my chin, and then under my nose. And now going in with my angled brush from Enchant and using the Dark Tan Mineralized powder from MAC, and I'm going right over the cream bronzer, and that's going to set that down. And yeah, you can see already, like, that just bronzed up my face and just added a bit of dimension. I love it so much, and this shade is perfect because it has like a golden undertone. And now using the Just a Pinch blush from MAC. This is my go-to, we all know that. I love this so much, and I'm just setting down the blush then with this. I bring it from my apples of my cheeks up to my temples, and it sort of just carves out my cheek. I just like how it sort of creates like that kind of cheekbone effect. And it has a nice glow as well. And using the Bellamy bronzing powder all over my cheeks and up under my eyebrow. And this just creates a really subtle glow then on top of that as well. So I am just going in with my Laura Mercier powder again, and I'm carving out underneath my cheeks. I like to do this when I'm doing a dramatic look, and I do it after I've done all my cheek products. So I'm just sort of cleaning up underneath. It just creates a sort of cheekbone. If anyone wants to get cheekbones, this is a really good idea. So I let that bake while I do my brows. And here I'm just using a small tipped eyebrow pencil. I actually don't know which one it is now, so I'll leave that down below for you. And now moving on to eyes, we're all zoomed in, and I'm using the Costa Reach MAC pencil all over my eye. This just creates a perfect base for my shadow because this is as dark as I want to go, and I think it's just a really good way to sort of get control over your eyeshadow. So I just applied that to my lid and to my waterline, and I blended it out before I give my shadow, and it blends out perfectly. Like, it's so good. This is a little smudger brush from Enchant. And now going in with my favourite palette of the year, 100%, it's the Cash Beauty palette. I just can't get enough of it. So I'm using the shade Burnt, and I'm using a fluffy brush, and I'm just putting this through my crease. And now I'm going in with the shade Tomb, and this is a smaller fluffy brush, and I'm going to start deepening up that crease. And the Costa Reach colour is sort of like our base colour, so when the lid colour goes on, it's going to look so good. How many times did I say colour there? But now I'm going in with the dark brown and the shader brush that we use to blend out the Costa Reach liner, and I'm applying this all over the lid. And the Costa Reach liner is like a little base, and there is gold reflex in that liner. which sort of peeked through, which I really liked. But yeah, this is just how I create a really quick smoky eye. And then I am going in with the previous shade and just blending them out. And when you're using a dark colour like this, you need to sort of just blend out the edges with the previous colour. And then going in with a smudger brush and the black, and I'm smoking this along the lash line, and this is going to just create a little base for the lashes as well, and just sort of darken up the look. So now using the shade Treasure to add that Christmas sparkle to this look, and I'm applying this pigment in the inner corner and then sort of up onto the inner corner of the eye. I'm not bringing it the whole way across the lid, but I just liked the way I sort of dragged it up onto the black. It sort of made the look a bit olivey, which I really liked. But I just applied some glue there to my lashes, and while I let that dry, I'm using the Studio Fix powder in NC30, and I'm just going over my face. This just gets rid of any sort of fallout from the shadows or any sort of oil just kind of came through, and it just sort of sets down the face. So now applying my lashes, just make sure you look down into your mirror when you're applying your lashes and let the glue dry a bit. I would usually use black glue, but the white glue was all I had, so we just let that dry down. It doesn't matter, it dries clear anyway. But these are the Adriana lashes from my collection with Enchant, and I just love the way they look. I'm not saying that because they're my own. I really genuinely love the way that these lashes wear and just the way they look on my eyes. But I will leave the link to these down below. They're still available for y'all to buy, and they come in the pack as well. So to line my lips, I'm using the Rust Nude liner from Cash Beauty. I think this liner and MAC Cork are two of my favourite liners, and that will never change. Like, I am just obsessed with Cork, and then when Kaylee came out with this liner, I was like, oh my god, okay, I need both. So they're definitely both my favourite liners of the year. And then my favourite nude lip is the Viva Glam 2 from MAC. This is just the best nude colour. It's not too light, it's not too pink. I just think it's actually perfect, and it will suit every single skin tone, and it has the blue sort of undertones to it, which make your teeth look super white. So that is my makeup look all complete. I just put in my favourite hoops from Enchant, and that was me sorted. The minute my hoops are in, that's me done. So my hair was actually done this day, but what I like to do, because I got the fronts cut, is I just brush it back. It creates a lot of volume, and I would just kind of turn in the front with the straightener. Just creates like a blow dried effect. And now getting into my new dress from the Lorna Lux collection. And yeah, I'm going to leave you there. Thanks so much for being a part of my content challenge. I had the most fun ever, and I hope that this tutorial helped you and you got some tips from it. And yeah, thanks so much. I'll see you again in the next one.